So The War Machine is out, a movie about two war machines that fighting against each other. One of them made from flesh and bones and can be shot to death, and the other one is advanced alien technology that can be defeated by the same technique that Bruce Willis used to open the Earth element. You put some soil on it. Hello everybody, my name is Max, and this is the critique of the movie. I have about 5 points, maybe 5, maybe 6. Let's see how it goes. So first of all, before we start, I have to say I really like the genre, I really like the work, and I enjoyed the movie very much. But also, I just couldn't be silent about those 5 points that I'm gonna say now, because it just threw me out from the experience, from the depth of the being in the movie. So let's start. Number one, it's just at the start of the movie we got introduced to the main protagonist, to the main hero, that played by Alec Rickman, and his brother. And this whole interaction, this whole scene where they, hey motherfucker, you who made a mistake, and there his brother like, hey you motherfucker, who called me motherfucker, and then they start to brawl, right? And then we have a shot, we shown this another soldier who doesn't play any role, and then he asking like, oh, you know each other? And then they almost, the protagonist and his brother almost looking at the camera in a different angle, like not straight to the camera but very close to, like they're looking at this soldier, and they're saying, yeah, I don't remember how it goes, but something, no, we just have the same tattoos by mistake, he's my brother, dipshit, something like that. Now this one, again, I'm not a director, I've never filmed anything, I left cinematography, I studied cinematography in university, but I left after 1 year. Studying is not for me, I'm not a professional. But in my opinion, still, this decision to do what the director did is very kind of dumb. And I don't think the director did it in this way because he doesn't know what he does. I looked at his works, he's a good director. But I think it's because it's a Netflix movie. And Netflix, there's a difference when you make a movie for home watching, right, on the TV, and for cinema. It's a different experience. But anyhow, still, I think it was a lazy or kind of dumb work around the law of the fourth wall. Because there is a law, of course this law not always must have. There's a lot of shows that and movies that break the fourth law. Deadpool does it, Rick and Morty does it, Malcolm in the Middle, and there's a lot more shows like that. But here it's not the case. And because it's not the case, it was kind of lazy workaround, because I will explain why. We have basically a shot of the protagonist and his brother looking, right now I'm looking at you, right, and the camera. They are looking like slightly not to the center, they're looking at this other soldier. And so they kind of looking at the camera. And they're saying like, no, we just have the same tattoo by mistake. He's my brother, dipshit, stuff like that. So the information we have as a viewer is like, okay, those two brothers, okay, they have matching tattoos. And again, in my opinion, it was done very, very lazy and very not creative. And what I would do now, for sake of keeping the viewer inside, like I don't know, maybe Gen Z, like maybe the younger generation like it, I don't know, but I don't know. So we do everything like in the movie, like the brothers meet and they start to brawl, like you motherfucker you and you motherfucker you. and like while they brawl, while they fighting, we can show the same soldier that they talk to, right? And or maybe a couple of soldiers, or like maybe 2 or 3, and they're like, what's happening? Should we help him? Should we not? Like to the commander. And then they stop to brawl, right, or something like that, and then they like look at each other, like, I missed you, brother, something like that. And then we jump, and maybe then, or on the background, we're showing the soldiers' reactions, like, they're brothers, I got you. Or we're jumping very fast to shot only for the soldiers in the background. Also this reaction, like, okay, they're brothers, okay, we got you. And this would be much better. Now, for the second part of the information about the tattoos. If you remember, after the brawl, after the we're brothers, protagonist, Rickman, starting to fixing the vehicle, and his brother start to talk about the Rangers and their dream and stuff like that. So I would put the thing with the tattoos, with the don't fucking quit, right, DFQ. I would put it at the time where the brother is above the vehicle, talking to Rickman, who is under the vehicle, and he's like fixing shit, and we have only shot above. We have only like top shot, maybe. I forgot how the shot's called. We have this shot that shows us Rickman fixing the vehicle. So while the brother, the younger one, says to Rickman, remember about our plans to join the Delta Force and stuff like the Rangers, I don't remember which one. It was Rangers, no? Yeah, Rangers. Tratati tratata, and we promise to ourselves don't fucking quit, and then or something in this, like something like this. And then we could make a shot, like from, here's the head of, like, shot from here, here's the head of the Rickman, right? And he's fixing. And then we have this DFQ, right? Now, maybe it's too much, but in my opinion, it would be much more cinematographic in the state of art and less dumb, rather than just the protagonist and his brother looking almost at the camera and like, we're brothers, we have matching tattoos, motherfucker. So this is point number 1. Point number 2, if I remember correctly, what was point number 2? Point number 2 was the knee. Now, especially only one scene, the scene with the marathon or the march, I don't know how you call it correctly in English. This scene when the Rickman running, ta-ta-ti-ta-ta-ta, he coming first, the commander or the officer asks him where the rest of the soldiers. He's like, they're falling behind me, I'm so cool. And then he circles the vehicle and running away. Now, right after the death of his brother, right, we have this scene that they're all in the bus, and we shown that his knee is damaged. It has some kind of protector, some kind of, I don't know what the fuck it is, guard. So he has a problem with the knee, right? Now, we're talking about Delta Force, we're talking about military. Everybody who served in the military, and not like in the computer job or something like that, everybody who served in the field knows exactly that knees are one of the first things that goes, like, breaks, whatever. Going corrupt, or if I'm speaking correct English. So the thing is that Rickman in particular, he is, I think, 190, 196 maybe, 192, something like that. He's a very tall guy, and he's very jacked. Like, he's like, muscles are heavy, muscles are, they have a weight. So I just didn't believe in that, like, okay, so one of two things. I just didn't believe that he came first, right, with the broken knee, with being not the fastest member of the Rangers, because he's just not, okay? The biggest one, always not the fastest one, it's just like, it's reality. So you showing me he has corrupted knee, or damaged knee. You show me he is the biggest motherfucker we ever seen. And you show me that with all these two elements that I just said, he coming first and like by a mile, right? And I was at the same moment like, nah, I don't buy it. Now, what I would do differently? One of two things. Or I would just completely, okay, so I would just, because this scene, okay, this scene was made to show us that he's like the fucking number one. He's the best one. He's the fucking strongest, the fastest and all this shit. So I would leave the knee, because the knee has its dramatic element while he was carrying his brother and all this shit. But I will just replace the whole march thing. Like, the point of the march is to show he's the strongest, right? So you can do it by a lot of things. You can show it by pull-ups, by push-ups, by I don't know, a lot of things, but not specifically by running. Running is kind of took it for me, and that's point number 2. Point number 3. It's I forgot which time was it. So point number 3 is where the machine was above them, and they climbed down from a rock, and one of them, I forgot who, but one of them had a broken back or broken leg or something like that, and the machine starts scanning, right, bzzz, with the blue light, right, before it turning red, right, it's turning red after it's noticing the target or whatever. So this blue light is scanning, right? And everybody fucking, I don't know how it is, maybe 8 soldiers, 10 soldiers there, and everybody see the line it is gonna scan. Now everybody already understood, because somebody, like half of the people were killed by this machine, how it's working. It's scanning, it's got you, turning red, it shoots you down, right, and you're dead. Why I have a problem with this scene? Because it's not only one soldier, but it's 2 soldiers that notice the line and the pattern of the scanning. It's the, I forgot, the female one and the Rickman himself, because they actually looked at the scanning area, right? And then what also kind of took me from the reality of the movie is that they shown us the top shot from the perspective of the machine, and we see they're all like following the line. They're all like in this line, and this leg just, it's like 1 kilometer from this line. So the soldiers would see it and they would move it, right? So what I would make differently in this one, one of two, I think. Or not showing that 2 soldiers recognized and the pattern and did nothing, or I would just not not putting the leg so much out of line, and maybe do it like only the tip of the leg, you know, maybe something less obvious, because I'm watching the movie, right, and this is the ranger, like future ranger guys. It's one of the best whatever elite people in the world. They're not dumb, okay? To be there, it takes not only be strong, but also be kind of not dumb at all, right? The opposite of dumb, kind of smart, but also tactical smart. This was point 3. So point 4, it's very small point. It's about the compass and the knife. So before Rickman started crossing the river, right, he taking a knife, he stabbing the tree, and he putting a compass, and he tells somebody like, you watch out for this compass because I'm the alpha and I command you, because if it starts spinning, right, they know the machine is coming. Now, and then he jumps, and then the movie continues. Now nobody, not tourists, not like survival experts, not, especially not soldiers, would leave a fucking knife for a compass. So it's laughable now, because a knife, it's not gonna help you with the machine, right? It's gonna help you to do fire. It's gonna help you to treat injuries, to to tear the clothes of somebody injured. It's a very useful tool. You don't leave it in a fucking tree for a fucking compass and then jump to river. It's not happening. So it's a small one, but it's really like messed me up. So what I would do, I would just make a shot of, there's a tree, there's branches, so there's a branch coming from the tree, so he just snaps the branch, and like there is a small piece of branch, and he puts it something like that. Anything, but not leaving the knife. Knife is essential tool, not only because it's cool and I have a knife, but it is a very useful tool in military, especially in forest and stuff like that. So I didn't bought this one. And number 5, at the end, Rickman takes the last soldier and he comes to the base where all the Rangers, and he comes to this line that the whole point of the movie, that he wanted to cross because he felt guilty about his brother and all this shit. And he puts his brother, the other soldier, and they're like, bro, we did it, yeah, we did it, bro, yeah. And then they take him, and the movie continues. Now, the whole problem with this scene is, first of all, it's not realistic. Second of all, it tried to be Michael Bay and did not succeed. It's a Ranger military base, right? You don't just come in without nobody noticing you. And there was 2 shots. The first shot, it's like on the horizon and the sunset, like he's carrying the soldier. And the second shot, he's already in the military base, inside the middle, everybody running around, everybody like, whoa, bitch, what the fuck? Everybody's very, I don't know why it's always shown like the military base is always running. So there's a ton of people, right? And nobody cared to check who the fuck it is. And in reality, what would be in reality, he would be close to the base, like not close, like 1 kilometer or something like that. The security of the base would already like understood what the fuck is going on, check on it, okay, it's our survival, okay, and then the medics would take him like before even they were in the base, and stuff like that. Now, because it's the dramatic point in the movie and the whole point of the movie, he's crossing the line. It was decided, I think, to make it like this. Now, to make it also like to kill, 2 birds in one shot, you could make it slightly different, because there is a shot of his rising from the mountain, and then, if I'm not mistaken, there is a shot of Dennis Quaid of one of the main officers, like noticing that his return, and then the putting on the ground, the Ranger, stuff like that. So I would do like, I would show the entrance to the base, right? And to make it less distance, because I said that kilometer is a lot of distance, I would make maybe there's a turn to the base, right? And then he coming like with the soldier, and then the military security, he's like, yo, we have, I think we have one of our own here, stuff like that. And then by chance, the officers, like Quaid or the second one, they're like pass there or something like that, and then they recognize it's no, the one who he plays, 100, I don't remember his number, like the protagonist. And then the security start aiming this weapon on him, because they don't know who he is. Maybe it's an alien invasion, maybe it's fucking robot, maybe it's fucking Terminator #2. They don't know. And then the officer like, no, stand down, like tratati tratata. And then the security also, okay, we need medics here, like we need this stuff to carry the injured one. And then maybe, again, because it's officers and they know that they train him and they know that he needs to cross this fucking line, they also like give like doing something like that, you know, like hold on, let him cook, something like that. And then maybe also we could be shown like he's carrying this his soldier, and maybe almost a tunnel of soldiers that are regular soldiers, like security, like medics that came to help, looking at him, you know, like not saluting, but like, you know, he's crossing and like god damn, this is a fucking alpha male, or god damn, this is the fucking protagonist, you know, or something like god damn, this is a fucking rager right here, you know, something like that, right? And he passes and everybody like, yo, shit, man, stuff like that. And now the second part of this point is after they took on the Ranger logo, after they took the injured soldier, right? Rickman see the helicopters. Now we've seen the helicopters before, but it's the first time Rickman sees the helicopters, and it's flying with another robots. And this is the moment he understands it wasn't only one robot, there's a lot of them. There's a fucking invasion and it's going to be a problem for everybody. Stuff like that. Now, what didn't work for me in this scene is that it was too short, the soundtrack wasn't dramatic enough, and not enough slow motion. Like, this scene is screaming Michael Bay. And it didn't work for me. It's my opinion, and again, it's nothing to do differently, but more slow motion, more soundtrack, and more like I would do this Michael Bay famous thing with like he's rising and the spinning fucking camera in slow motion, and like what the fuck? Maybe it would be nice. Now, bonus point because I forgot about it. The 6th point, and that's it. Is the when number 15, I think, the lazy one, not the lazy one, the stupid one. After they found the sergeant in the wood and he died, like somebody held his hand, something like that. So they finding the sergeant, he dies. Rickman says, all right, let's come, let's go, blech, let's work, let's survive and shit. And number 15, no, wait, we're human beings, we need to process this shit. Stuff like that. And and then he tells him, like, we're not war heroes. And then Rickman, like, huh, like, what the fuck did you say to me, bitch? And he comes to him and then he takes him and like, I didn't make it. I didn't, tells all this stuff that he dropped his brothers 100 meters before and he's not a hero, and they gave a medal for the worst day in his life, and stuff like this. Now, I kind of love this scene and I kind of hate this scene, because from one perspective I kind of get it, because I met a lot of people that also have a medal for the worst, not day, but the worst period of their lives, and they call them heroes, but they don't consider themselves heroes. So I kind of love the gesture of this scene. Kind of hate this scene because it doesn't work with reality, and I know robots and space, but still, right? It doesn't work for me because there's different reality when you survive, right? When you're in survival, when something tries to kill you, you don't have this prestige of feelings, of taking a moment, nahui. It just doesn't, it's not there, right? So, but somebody always cracks, like somebody always start to bleed and start to panic, stuff like this. Now in this situation, like, when you're at home, when you're like everything good, like panic, whatever, like how much you want, right? Panic for 2 hours, panic for 3 hours, go to scream in the street, do whatever the fuck you want. When you have a group of people and you try to survive, right? And somebody panics, you don't try to reason with them. You don't just like taking them and like start a fucking monologue to explaining them why they had the fucking, I don't know, worst day in their life and stuff like that. No, you punch them in the fucking face, yo. Not in the face because, you know, teeth and jaw, but you stop it immediately. because panic in these situations is very contagion. It's like jumping from one person to other. So the worst thing that could happen is that everybody start panicking because one start panicking, and it's happening. And it can be the cause of the death of the whole group. So Rickman is like the leader, right? His job is not to reason with anybody. His job is to make sure everybody survives. Doesn't matter how they feel about it, doesn't matter nothing. So I would do something different. I would do like, I need to think about it, because from one perspective is the piece of information that let us know that he didn't make it, and his he wasn't carrying a dead body, his brother, but he was alive and only 100 meters. So we need this piece of information from one perspective. From second perspective, we don't need it to be this like beach-like, like. So maybe I didn't think about this too much hard, but maybe like the 15, hey, we need a minute, we're human beings, we're not war heroes like you. And then Alec goes to him, and without this like, I took him like 100 meters and towards the one life. Maybe something just like, okay, so if it was like in the 90s, he would just knock the guy like in the chest or in the stomach, and that's it. But we're kind of progressing, 2026, we're kind of humans. So, but we're still like, animals, like not we, but So maybe to stop the panic, to stop it at all, he would just take him, like grab him. First of all, closed his mouth. What do you think? He closed his mouth or no? But I would do something differently. Maybe shorter, maybe it's a little bit short, maybe make it a little bit short, maybe I didn't really thought about it. Fuck. Okay, the last point is dismissed, because critique without giving your what you would do is like bitching around. So yeah, 5.5 points. This is my critique of the movie. I really want to see the next one. I like this genre very much, but I want it to be less dumb in this way, that way. That's it. This is my first critique of any movie. I hope I will continue to do it. I like and enjoy it very much. Tell me what you like, what you didn't like, if you agree with me, if you don't agree with me, or maybe the point that I missed, and have a great one.